Morning. Monday, July 21st, 2025. I'm Larissa. My fat ass bitch video diary. Time has come for a cup of coffee. Sadamo. Oh, look at you. Look at you, you ratchety looking bitch. Oh my god. Look at you. Look at you with your uneven eyelashes, your big old fat face, and your stringy, greasy looking hair. But you got some Ronald McDonald eyebrows. What is going on with your face? You old nasty bitch. So yesterday, I smudged. Oh, I did. Brody was with me. He followed me around. It was like a pimple on my ass. It was like a hairy pimple on my ass. Oh my god. If you have a hairy pimple on your ass, you better get that taken care of because I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. No, I don't. Oh. I was amusing Omar yesterday though. He was laughing at everything. I don't even know what I was saying. I don't even know. But it must have been funny. Oh. Yeah. No, we had tell you, itchy scratchy in this fucking room. I don't know what it is. Girl, your shit be dirty. You need to wash that bedspread. That's probably what it is. It hasn't been washed in about a month. No, it hasn't. Well, I've been waiting until he gets his fucking bath over there, and he hasn't gotten a bath, and he needs a bath. Because he's a dirt bag. I told Omar, I said, he is a dirt bag. You know what a dirt bag is? It's that bag of dirt that they have in the dugout at a baseball game, for the players to rosin up their hands so they don't lose their grip. So they can choke up. Don't choke up too high. Oh my god. Pop! Pop goes the sound of the bat. It's also kind of what it sounds like when a bat hits you in the head, and I know that from experience. Pop! No, I've told that story before, haven't I? Yeah. Because I play catcher. Some bitch on the other team was using a metal bat. We weren't supposed to be using metal bats in our league. And I didn't have any gear. Like, I didn't even have a face mask or nothing. No. I had no gear. Our league didn't have gear. And you weren't supposed to be using metal bats. And, yeah. She hit a pop fly. I stood up to catch it. She had backswing and cracked me right in my forehead. And it made this sound. Boom. It resonated inside my melon. It did. My melon was all kinds of ringing. And hadn't thought about it for years. Like, I kept playing. Caught the ball. I squatted back down. My dad came over and said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah." One tear went down my cheek. And we finished the inning. And then later that night, I went to see Batman with Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, that one was that one. Was that one with Catwoman. With the Susie Sue soundtrack. Creeping up the back stairs, sneaking into dark stalls. Furtive eyes creep out of holes. She'll do what you want her to. And sweet submission, crack the whip, deadpan on cue. Peekaboo. That one. Yeah. And all of a sudden, the screen was spinning. And I couldn't remember my phone number. I couldn't remember nothing. Who did I go see that with? I'm going to see it with Michael Pipper. Michael Pipper, did I go see Batman with you? Was that Michael Pipper? Had to have been Michael Pipper. Who the hell else would I have gone to see Batman with? The only phone number I could fucking remember was Dana Watucky's, and I hadn't spoken to her in a long time. Like, she and I hadn't been hanging out, but that was the only fucking phone number I could remember. Her mom answered the phone, Mrs. Watucky. I'm like, Mrs. Watucky, this is Larissa. And she's like, oh, Larissa. She's like, I haven't heard from you in a while. She's like, how are you, dear? I'm like, Mrs. Watucky. I said, I'm at the movies, and I can't remember my phone number, and I don't know what happened. I got hit in the head today with a bat. She was like, what? I said, would you please call my mom and tell her to come get me? Yeah, that's what happened. I had a concussion. Yeah. And then the one time on Alameda Island, I was in this shop that had all these Tibetan bowls. And the guy was ringing the bowls for me, trying to get me to buy one. They were really expensive. And they were really, really expensive. And they were probably stolen because they weren't like, they didn't look like mass manufactured. They looked like they came out of a temple somewhere, and that was why I didn't want to buy them, because they had that vibe to me that they were stolen. Anyway, he was trying to get, he was like, oh, you'll like this one. This one's the heart chakra. He rang that bowl, and it sounded, that's what my head sounded like when I got hit with the bat. And I started to cry. He's like, what's wrong? I said, nothing. I said, it's just residual pain. And I explained. He was like, oh, yeah. So if you hit my head with a metal baseball bat, inside it sounds like the tone of a heart chakra bowl. Anyway. Yeah. Was that the summer between 8th grade and freshman year? Softball? No, it had to have been freshman year, the summer after freshman year, because Lydia was pitching. That's when we were chewing the Bazooka Joe blue gum so we could spit blue, because we were the Blue Jays. Oh, it was good. Yeah. We had a dirt bag. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. The dirt bag. Pass me the dirt bag. Dirt bag. I tell you. I'm going to play baseball this year. No, you're not. What are you going to be? The dirt bag? Yeah. Dirt bag. Anyway. So after yesterday I smudged. Smudge. Yep. And I did my first card reading. I need to upload it to the to my website. Yeah. Not sharing it for free. Upload it to the website. It was an interesting card reading. It sure was. Oh my god. It was like spot on. It was like spot on. It was like totally about Brody. Oh my god. It was. It was totally about Brody. Like, oh my goodness. And there he was in the room, walking around, being Brody. Being Mr. Brodolingus. Well, for me, it was about Brody. You know, like that was the energy. But, you know, the energy, it's about the universality of the energy, right? It's not just about anything individual. When I do an individual read, it's individual. But when I do the big reads, it's not individual. It's overview. So there's universal applications. Yeah. Anyway, so I did that. And then, had some onion rings. Oh my god, they were so good. Oh my god, I made baked beans. I made baked beans and toast with avocado and fried eggs yesterday for breakfast, right? Oh my god, fat girl. I couldn't hardly eat it. I could only eat like half of my English muffin, and like I could barely finish my egg. Oh my god. Omar finished my avocado because dogs can't have avocados. Brody was like begging for baked beans, and I believe I can fly. No, I don't. No, this fat girl might be able to float, but this fat girl cannot fly. No. You throw me off a building, I'm going to go splat. So anyway, Brody's begging for these baked beans like nobody's business. He's stomping his feet and having a fit. And, I believe that Brody is the reincarnation of Miss Kitty Pants. He was born on the day that she died, 1 year away from the day that she died. And when he came to live with us, I put him on the bed, and he peed on the spot where she died. She died on the bed. She did. She died on the bed. At my feet. Well, kind of like between my ankles. She was like, anyway, yeah. The exact spot where she died, he peed on a bed. He got up in the bed, sniffed around, and peed. Right there. And then there's been other things. Kitty Pants loved baked beans. Kitty Pants never begged for anything. We were talking about this yesterday morning. Brody was like, I want baked beans. He was like having a fit over them. And so, anyway, Kitty Pants, she never begged, and she was never a pain in the butt like this before. When she was first living with us in our first apartment out here in California, and she was like figure eighting around my legs when I was in the kitchen. I was heating up a can of baked beans, and she was meow meow meow. Like she never begged for. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, do you want some baked beans? And I held down the spoon for her to sniff, and she was gonna lick it. I'm like, lick my baked bean spoon, no. And I thought she'd smell it and like turn away. She wanted it, so I took out a little plate and I gave her a couple baked beans, and she chowed them. She chowed those baked beans. Well, Brody was going nuts for the baked beans yesterday. It's just one more proof. It's just one more proof that Brody is Miss Kitty Pants, the reincarnation of Miss Kitty Pants. And I believe that Miss Kitty Pants was the reincarnation of the first Bishop of Oakland. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. She never wanted to go over to that cathedral for the pet blessing. Oh my God, she was really upset about it. And anytime I would talk about anything church related, she would huff and like not just like discriminatory, like not indiscriminately. Like she was discriminatory. Like it was depending on what I was talking about. There were things that pissed her off if I was talking about them. And when church people would come to the house, there were people she did not like. Right? And Miss Kitty Pants liked everybody. No, Miss Kitty Pants was the reincarnation of the first Bishop of Oakland, and Brody is the reincarnation of Miss Kitty Pants. That's why he's Bishop Brody Pants. Him and the baked beans yesterday was something else. Oh my God. I remember the first time they did the blessing of the pets at the cathedral, and I said, "Oh, I'll take you over for the blessing of the pets." And Sweet Cheeks was like, "Okay." Sweet Cheeks was like, "I'll get blessed." Okay. Sweet Cheeks was like, "I'm blessed, girl. I'm blessed." That's what she was saying. And Mikas was like, "Oh, okay," you know. And Star Puff was like, "Oh, okay." Sassy didn't want to go, but Sassy didn't want to leave to go anywhere, right? And Kitty Pants, she, as soon as I started talking about the blessing of the pets, she got up and she was all offended. She made this face. She was like, she puckered her little lips. And she ran and she went under the bed, all the way under the bed. She's like, no. She's like, bitch, I am not going to that church. Yeah. Oh, he was buried there. The first Bishop of Oakland. He wasn't originally buried there. He was dug up and reinterred at the cathedral in Oakland, because when they built the cathedral, they have that mausoleum down there. So the first Bishop of Oakland is in the basement at the cathedral, Christ the Light. I don't remember his name. But Kitty Pants was like, I'm like, what's the matter? You don't want to go be near them bones. Anyway. Me making some Sheila Nagig faces. Oh, the Sheila Nagigs, man. They make some faces, don't they now? On them Gothic cathedrals, all the Sheila and the gigs. Sheila and the gig, Sheila and the gig. You exhibitionist. Sheila and the gig, Sheila and the gig. You exhibitionist. Gonna wash that man right out of my hair. Take my hips to someone who cares. Gonna wash that man right out of my hair. Heard it before, no time to care. Oh my god, it's such a good song. I haven't thought about that song in a while. I'm gonna have to listen to that one today. What's that one on? Rid of Me? That one's on Rid of Me. Miss Polly Jean. He says, wash your breasts, I don't wanna be unclean. He says, take your dirty pillows away from me. Dirty pillows. Mine ain't dirty. They clean. And they real. 100%. Au natural. Au natural. Anyway. Horse lips. It's a vocal warm up. Oh, I used to be able to make it go real long. How long can you do it? Like, that's how long can you sustain your breath and leave your face loose? And it's hard because you want to laugh and everything tightens up and then you can't do it. But that's not that long. I used to be able to do it real long when I was singing a lot. Anyway. Ugh. Too much hairs. I've been taking a break from watching the depressing newses. It was just really getting to me. Self-preservation. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my willful ignorance right now on news, but it's just like, oh my god, it is too much. You know what we have been listening to though? Listen to some podcasts. Listen to the Scaramucci podcast, Open Book. Scaramucci, I enjoy your interviews. I do, sir. I do. I enjoy your interviews. You're very good. You're very good. You were the other day, you had your Oakleys on your head. I was like, oh my goodness, what are you doing? You going skiing? Skiing in July? Oh, speaking of weird things in July. So Seventh-day Adventists over here, they got this RV park, and every year they have some sort of conference or whatever that happens over there. Come over here in July. And I'm like, what is going on over there? It's a Seventh-day Adventist. This is not even Christmas. It's celebrating Christmas in July. I don't know what they're doing over there. I'll tell you what they're not doing. They're not barbecuing shrimp. I know that. No shellfish, no bottom feeders, no bottom feeders for the Seventh-day Adventists. No, sir. Anyway, Scaramucci, crack my shit up. You do. I mean, you have this. You're so deadpan. You're so deadpan and serious. You got this. You have crazy fucking background in your behind you, and you have this. And you're wearing your Oakleys on your head. Your hair's all weird. You look like you're gonna go. Oh my goodness! You reminded me of what's your Oakleys on your head that day, and your hair. You remind what's that John Cusack film? I want my $3. You gonna scan? Yeah, that was good. That was good. That was a good interview too. And whatever that dude was saying, oh my gosh, he needs to be screaming what he's talking about from the mountaintops. You know, because he's dead on. People. Too many people in media have been equating skin color with class. And class war is very, very real, right? Right? But it has little to do with skin color. And that is something that is lost on so much of America, right? That's why Americans just do not understand why it is such a big deal to have Ukraine admitted into NATO. Anyway, economics. But what he was talking about, I was like, wow, he need to be screaming that shit, right? Right? Oh. Anyway, so I've been listening to Scaramucci, and then I've been listening to Gavin Newsom's podcast. Oh my God, I'm Gavin Newsom. Oh my God, Gavin, you make me laugh. You're so funny. I'm Gavin Newsom. Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. Very good, sir. Doing your little dance when you talk. I'm Gavin. Got theme song music playing in his head anytime he opened his mouth. I want to hear what it is, Gavin. What's the song playing in your head that you're dancing to? I want to know. Anyway. Get up and clean my dirt ass so we can go do some construction. Because I need some help getting started. I need some man muscles. Yeah. And he's taking the week off because, 25 years and all, quarter of a century.